Hi, everybody. My name is David Manshan, and I'm Dave the Real Estate Guy. Today, we're going to cover Chapter 28, your disciplined brokerage plan, your business plan, right? You need to know what you're planning to do. That's why we have a business plan. One day, Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a Cheshire cat in a tree. "Which road do I take?" she asked. "Where do you want to go?" was his response. "I don't know," Alice answered. Then said the cat, "It doesn't matter. If you don't have a plan, you really don't know where you want to go. And if you don't have a good sense of a plan, at least have something." And I'd say a plan does not have to be complicated. Actually, the simpler the better. If you can just minimize it to one page, few bullet points, you're good. Your mind is not going to remember every element of the 100 page business plan. A few bullet points and an image of what you want is what you need. So, in the absence of a clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until ultimately we become enslaved by it. So, we're going to become doing silly things like having a ritual, a coffee ritual in the morning, and an email ritual in the morning, and a whatever that's going to just whittle away our time and our day without knowing what we're doing because this is something we want to do that we like to do. It's important to have a business plan and keep it in front of you in a very simple, laid out way, like one page, like I said. Where do you want to go? Where are you going to want to go with your life? Where do you want to go with your business? These are big questions, but you need to have the answer. First thing you need to do is be able to imagine where you want to go. You have to have the vision. You can't do it unless you imagine it. That was George Lucas, total visionary. You have a vision of your life. If the vision of your life is more of the same, then guess what? It's going to be more of the same. If you want to change your vision of life, you can change it. It's your life. It's your vision. You can do it. It's yours. It's for you to do what you want with it. Keep it, change it a lot, change it totally, change it at all, not at all. I mean, it's up to you. So you got to be able to imagine it. And I'd say if you imagine something, imagine yourself act as if. Act as if you're the most successful broker. Act as if you're a big wheeler dealer owning tons of properties. Act as if whatever it is you want. And that will bring you what you want. That's a part of your vision. So we're going to talk about your life goals and plans. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's. And guess what? They might have guess what they might have planned for you? Not much. That's Jim Rohn. Yeah, most people are not thinking about you and your life plans. And that includes your parents, believe it or not. And maybe you don't like their life plans that they planned for you, right? Even if they've planned it for you, that might be something you don't want. So you got to make your own life, make your own plans. Here are the 7 tips for goal setting, right? How do we start? Number 1, goals. Decide exactly what you want. I want this much income. I want to own a home in this neighborhood, in this value by such and such a date. I want to have this kind of relationship. I want to travel to such and such a place. Whatever it is, write your goals down on paper. Set a deadline, right? I said, you want this goal? I want it by such and such a time and date. List the 20 things you could do to get to your goal. Bullet point them. And do the ones that are going to get you there fastest. Those are usually the hardest ones. Organize the list into a plan and prioritize. Take action. No analysis paralysis. Just do it. Start doing it. Sometimes even if you don't know what you're doing, but just starting, you're going to get into the groove and you're going to figure it out. I've done that plenty of times. I had no idea what I'm doing. But just by doing it, I started getting the idea of what needs to be done. Do something every day to move you towards your major goal. I got into lending that way. I knew nothing about lending, and I was bumbling and stumbling, and I had no clue. So now I'm expert at it. But it's incremental. Every day it's a little bit more. Every next day it's a little bit more, and until you become an expert at it. So expert that it's like breathing. It's nothing. Have a vision for your success you want. It could literally be sitting down, closing your eyes, and imagining yourself having the success, experiencing the success you want. Feel it. When you close your eyes, see it, feel it. That's for you. What does your success look like? Have an image of yourself being successful in all the aspects which you want to be successful, and act as if you had already achieved that success. Set aside time daily to imagine what you want. Do it. The power of this tool is immense. And have everything you want. Don't limit it. Don't say, oh, that's not going to happen. Do it. If you want it, there's a reason you want it. If you're feeling that that's your desire, that's for you. Not everybody's going to have that desire. That's for you. So have it. Put it into action. First thing to do is have the vision. And put that vision out there in yourself, in the world. You also want to model success. Read the books of those you admire and on the kind of success you want. It is the next best thing to knowing them and learning from them directly. You will meet all the people who achieve great success this way and learn from them. This also applies to maybe going to trade shows or working with a brokerage company that's going to give you a mentor, right? If you go to trade shows, who is going to be there? The people that you want to be successful. They're successful, and those are the people you want to align with. So maybe you can kind of communicate with them. Or if you want to be a successful broker, your brokerage company should have somebody that can mentor you. Worst case scenario, just socialize with those people that you admire and whose success you want to be like. Here's some of the books that I thought were good. I kept it very simple, and I thought these were the most pertinent ones. You can read all the books you want, but these were my favorite. Cold Calling Techniques by Stephen Schiffman. This is old. I read this when I was starting out, but I thought it was excellent. I read it multiple times. Value Added by Brad Umansky. I know Brad personally. I thought it was an excellent book. How do you bring value? The One Thing by Gary Keller. When I was at Keller Williams, this was an excellent book that really kept things on focus. So, improve your sphere of influence. Now, we talked about this just a tad, like by going to trade shows, by having the right mentor. You want to surround yourself by the type of people you want to be like. Your success in achieving what accomplishments they have made will be assured. That includes also asking for advice. So if you're going to ask for advice, let's say you're going to ask about advice about building a building, right? You're going to ask somebody who's a builder. You're not going to ask somebody who's a chef. So you're going to ask the kind of success you want is going to be you follow up with asking questions by the people who had that success. I initially, when I was out of college, I would ask questions by people about important things that they didn't actually have the qualifications to answer those kind of questions, simply because they were friends or family, and I trusted them and I liked them or I loved them or whatever it was, but they did not accomplish the level of success or had no experience in that to even give a good answer. So if you want the answers, get them from the right sources. All right, guys, we're on to chapter 21. Talk to you soon.